What is going on, guys? It's the Adam Foley, and today I'm coming with you with my top 10 matches of 2018. Kicking this off, we have number 10, Ricochet versus Adam Cole from NXT Brooklyn Takeover 4 for the North American Championship. This match took place at the Barclays Center on August 18th in front of over 14,800 people. During the entrances, it was obvious that Adam Cole had the hometown support, with the crowd giving a deafening "Baby" chant when his entrance music hit. This match was both technical and high-flying, which is what you'd expect from both guys. This match had a great HBK Shelton Benjamin spot when Ricochet went for a moonsault from the top rope. Adam Cole hit him with a super sweet super kick. As the match grew longer and longer, Ricochet went all out with Adam Cole on the apron, leapt over the top rope and nailed a sweet Hurricane Rana, putting both men onto the arena floor. Ricochet got Cole back into the ring, climbed to the top rope and hit a sweet 630 and pinned Adam Cole to win the match and become the new North American champion. Next up at number 9 we have Jay Lethal versus Mark Hoskins for the Ring of Honor World Championship, which took place at the ROH Reunited Tour. This match took place on August 19th at the London's famous York Hall in Bethnal Green. This match was a culmination of the Honor Reunited International Tournament, which took place featuring 4 British and 4 American superstars. Hoskins came out of that block fast, and Mark had a lot of offense in this match, getting many near falls and also countering the lethal injection on more than one occasion. But Jay would win the match after hitting a cutter followed by a lethal injection. And then next up we have the 6-man ladder match at NXT TakeOver New Orleans for the new North American Championship. This match would kick things off during WrestleMania weekend, being the first match on NXT TakeOver. It took place at the Smoothie King in front of nearly 14,000 people. This match had it all: flying spots, a suicide dive by Big Killian Dane, both himself and Lars Sullivan driving their opponents through ladders, which looked awesome. All 6 men gave it their all, but the man who would eventually climb the ladder to retrieve the belt and be called the first North American champion was none other than Adam Cole, baby. Coming in at number 7, hot and fast, is Hangman Page versus Joey Janella in a Chicago street fight at All In. This match was the 7th match on a stacked card at the Sears Center in Chi-Town in front of over 11,000 people who sold out the event in under 30 minutes. This match was hard and fast paced, with a suicide dive followed by a moonsault, then a pump handle slam onto the chair by the bad boy himself. Then we saw a Donkey Kong spot with a barrel courtesy of Cracker Barrel. Then, just when you think it couldn't get any more crazy, Penelope Ford comes in, attacks Hangman, doing a few cartwheels and backflips, and also hitting Adam Cole with a stunner. She produces a bag and takes out the talking boots from his Being the Elite storyline. Hangman then brawls with Janella using the telephone from the same storyline where he killed Joey Ryan, and delivers a rite of passage through a table for a 3 count. And then we all know what happened next. Next up we have Hangman Page taking on Kota Ibushi at Supercard of Honor 12. This match took place at the same time as TakeOver New Orleans, but instead it was at the UNO Lakefront Arena in front of over 6,000 die-hard Ring of Honor fans. To me, this was one of the best matches on the card that night, without a doubt. Both men went for high-risk moves to the outside early. Ibushi looked for a golden triangle, but was met by Hangman Page, which led to the latter aiming for a shooting star press, but Ibushi dodged it and then pushed Hangman Page into the barricade and hit a sweet but devastating looking German suplex to the floor. This also led to Ibushi hitting a golden triangle. Both men traded hard blows, and Ibushi hit a straightjacket German suplex. Page kicked out, but Ibushi still had that wrist control and hit that devastating knee, picking up the 3 count. Now we reach number 5, which sees Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Kota Ibushi at the G128 Climax Final. This match took place on August 12th inside the famous Nippon Budokan in Tokyo. Before this match even started, it threw up a major surprise with none other than Shibata in Tanahashi's corner. This match had a traditional Japanese style start with a very slow and methodical with mat-based wrestling, and then Ibushi starts to strike, and later hits a super Rana to get a near fall. Both men went hard, and the men in their respective corners fired them on. Eventually, the ace of New Japan would hit the high fly flow on Ibushi and is crowned the G1 Climax winner, booking himself a title match against Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 13. Next up, we have Alistair Black taking on Johnny Gargano at NXT War Games 2. Now, this match took place on the EVA Survivor Series, and we saw the second ever War Games show, which was held at the Staples Center in LA in front of over 13,500 fans. The story to this match was the revenge from Black after Johnny Gargano attacked him in the car park at Full Sail University and making him miss a few months. Both men hit really hard strikes at the start. Gargano hit a sweet tope DDT to the arena floor. Gargano also pulled out the amazing reverse Rana onto Black. Alistair Black would also hit a nice sweet DDT on Johnny Gargano's jaw. Gargano would later attempt another tope suicida, but ended up finding Black's knee hitting him square in the face. Black would hit a black mass, but Johnny would land on his chest. Alistair Black would utter the lines, "I absolve you of your sins," and then he hit the black mass one more time, getting the 3 count and putting the end to this storyline. Coming in at bronze medal position, we have Becky Lynch and Charlotte on October the 28th. Saw the very, very first all-women's pay-per-view Evolution at the historic Nassau Coliseum in front of 10,000 people. Now, this was the very first WWE pay-per-view last woman standing match. In many people's eyes, including myself, this should have been the main event of the show, but instead we got it as the co-main event. Straight out of the blocks, both women were hard countering moves. Becky would hit a exploder, which had no effect. Then we'd have Becky hitting Charlotte with a kendo stick. Chairs are brought into the equation. Charlotte would hit a senton on Becky at a second attempt to put her through the table. Flair would also attempt a figure 8 using the ladder, trapping Becky's legs. Becky would tap out, but as it's the last woman standing, it has no outcome on the matter. Lynch would later do a leg drop from the top of a ladder onto Charlotte through the announce table. The culmination of this match saw Becky powerbomb Charlotte through the table to the arena floor, and Charlotte could not answer the referee's count of 10. Your winner, and still WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, the man, Becky Lynch. Just missing out on the top spot and coming in second place is Johnny Gargano and Tomaso Ciampa in the unsanctioned fight at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Another match that took place during WrestleMania weekend would see this match almost 1 year in the making. Gargano was looking to hurt Ciampa here in this match, no doubt about it, after Ciampa's sneaky attack on Johnny at the previous TakeOver event. There was a great spot here where Ciampa would steal a fan's crutch from the crowd and hit Gargano with it. Gargano would escape and not get hit at all. Gargano would hit a powerbomb onto the exposed arena floor, which looked absolutely sore. Johnny would get revenge for the cowardly attack on Ciampa by using the crutch. Ciampa would also hit a Project Ciampa but only get a 2 count. Then they hit it again from the second rope, which looked absolutely amazing. Ciampa would remove his knee brace, which would come back to haunt him. At the end of this match, Johnny Gargano would use the brace as part of the STO, Ciampa would immediately tap out, which led to Johnny Gargano being reinstated and working with NXT again. And here we are, number 1. My top match of 2018 is none other than Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Dominion for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this match would take place in the famous Osaka-jo Hall on June the 6th in front of 11,832 fans. This was the 4th meeting between these two in the space of 18 months, and people were curious to see if it would be as good as the previous 3. And as you can tell from my countdown, I think it was the best match I watched in 2018. Now, Okada would go to hit his crossbody over the guardrail, only to be met by Kenny Omega, who hit a sweet V-trigger on the champ's chin. Omega would look to hit the champ with a sweet dragon suplex from the top rope, only for it to be reversed to a horrific tombstone to the apron. Omega would hit a sweet, beautiful tope over the top, hitting Okada, who was standing on the arena floor. Okada would get the first fall of this match though, with something that no one thought they would see. He actually used the sharpshooter. Then Kenny Omega would hit a stomp to the table with Okada underneath, like they had done in a previous match. Omega would pull a fall back, getting it back to 1-1 with a sequence of an amazing pile driver, then a V-trigger, followed by the one-winged angel. Kenny would hit a move from former Bullet Club leader AJ Styles in the form of a Styles Clash, only to get a 2 count. After beating the crap out of each other, Kenny hits a V-trigger, nearly taking out the cameraman at ringside, and hits the one-winged angel. And there he was, Kenny Omega, finally realising that dream and becoming IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.